So next we have Paul Mindeman, as I said before, Enterprise Virtualization Administrator, who has lost 40 pounds and become a marathoner, right? All right.
Oh, hi, I'm Paul Mindeman. I guess July of 2012, I got about the worst case of pneumonia I ever had. So I went into the doctor and they gave me a checkup, and about that time I found out I weighed about 240 pounds, which was a lot higher than I ever thought I would ever be. So right when I heard that, I thought, well, it's like I'm wearing clothes and whatnot, but it's like, well, who wears 20 pounds worth of clothes every day? So, so I had to kind of face facts and decide, well, I need to make some changes here. So I went online and did a lot of research, which on good ways to lose weight, which is a challenge because 90% of everything you see online is nonsense, pretty much. Eventually found an app called MyFitnessPal, and I just started using that to record everything that I ate every day, and kind of use that as like a baseline of what am I actually eating every day, and then what do I need to do to reduce that or what have you. And doing that over, I think I started doing that in July, and then by I think October I had lost about the 40th pound, so I was under 200 for the first time since high school, pretty much. About the same time, I also decided I needed another goal in life, so I thought, well, I'll get into running because it's pretty easy to do. You just step out the door and start running. But first, I thought, well, I'll do a half marathon in Bismarck this fall, and I thought it'd be really ambitious. And then I actually got out running and decided that'd probably be a little bit too much for the first try, so took that back down to a 5K and did that. But it kind of got me hooked on that, and so I just kept up with it. And I did a half marathon in Fargo that next spring, and then another one, and did run the Bismarck half marathon that fall, and then kind of decided, well, let's see how far I can push this. So in 2014, there I am. I ran a Lake Wobegon Trail Marathon in Minnesota, and that was about probably the most painful experience of my life. As you can see, the picture here was taken pretty close to the end, so I was in more of a stagger mode than anything. But I got it done, and I thought, well, I'll never have to do this again. And until a few months later, it's like, get the little voice in the back of my head said, well, you did it once, but you can do better next time. So the next year I ran a marathon in Fargo, and I shaved about 10 minutes off my time, so I was pretty happy with that, but still keep thinking I could probably do better, so I'll probably do at least one more here, maybe this year, maybe next year. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I still try to keep up with my diet. I don't. So when I first started, I actually measured everything I ate, just to make sure that I was actually eating what I thought I was. Haven't really done that lately. Once you've done it for a few months, then you get a kind of a pretty good grasp of what one serving of steak is, or one serving of vegetables. So I don't do that so much anymore, but I still try to keep an eye on what I eat. I don't record it anymore either. I just kind of I through years of experimentation, I kind of know what how much I can and can't eat during a day, and kind of what to expect based on what I have ate. So and I don't really deny myself anything either. It's like if I want ice cream, I'll go grab a cup of ice cream, but I try to limit maybe once every couple months or so. So it's not something I eat all the time or whatever. But and I still keep up with running, obviously. So any questions?
Did you start on a program, or you just created your own program?
So the question was if I started on a program or just created my own, and I essentially just created my own. With if you're using something like MyFitnessPal or one of those, there's general guidelines for if you're weigh this much and you're this age, how how many calories you should reduce every day to have kind of a healthy weight loss. So I just followed those guidelines, and they vary, but it's usually if you can knock off about 500 calories a day, then it's a pretty good start.
So what would be your advice for people that aren't runners, like how to get started with running?
Well, I would say you have to find something that you enjoy doing, whether it's running or biking or golfing without a cart. You find something that you enjoy doing, and that way you'll stick with it. Because if running is just absolute torture for you, then you're not going to keep up with it. So you might as well not even bother with it. So I know I know some friends of mine, they're just rabid bikers, and it's not something I would enjoy. So I kind of stay away from that. But I enjoy getting out for a nice long run every now and then. So.
So what keeps you motivated, or what motivates you since it's been a while since you've lost the weight to keep it off?
Well, it's not having to buy new clothes. It's like I think on the website they put in that I don't want to buy new pants, and that's once you find it's like the size on the pants is misleading. You got to try on 4 different pairs of the same size, just get to find one that fits just right, and then you don't want to deal with that again. So I do slack off on occasion. So it's like when I notice that I've got to loosen the belt up or whatever, then I know I need to try to get a little stricter on my diet again, and get out and run a little more. So. Any other questions?
After you stopped recording the data of your meals and things like that, did you find yourself sliding right away back to your old habits, or did you still kind of?
No, yeah. I guess I think summer and late fall are times I usually slack off, and I notice it, and it's just. In the summertime, it's nice out. It's usually too hot to be that active, and then in late fall you've got all the holidays and whatnot. So I've noticed I eat a lot more then. But it's if I like I said, if I notice the clothes are getting tighter, or I hop on the scale and the numbers are going up in the wrong direction, then it's usually a good indicator for me that it's time to tighten up again. So. All right.